I'm Sarah Westcott, and I like to joke that like a genie with a magic lamp, I give my clients the power to actually live the life and the lifestyle they've worked so hard to create. So what that really means is I work with smart, successful professionals who've accomplished some really great things, but they want more, and it's not happening fast enough. Either in their professional careers, they've started a business, it's just not happening fast enough. And typically they're saying things like, we've worked too hard to feel this broke. We're making great money, where the heck is it? And they've got all this frustration and overwhelm. And I come in and help them figure out what their priorities are, and so that they can actually live the life and the lifestyle that they've dreamed of, that they've worked so hard to create. Why did I become a financial coach? Because like most coaches, we have some self-therapy that we're working through. And my husband and I, my former husband and I, have been through a season of life where we were in absolute financial crisis, and then moved through that to a place where we were financially blessed. And he started a business and it was doing very well. And what we discovered was that we had more conflict when we were making great money than when we were flat out broke. When the choice is pay the electric bill or get it cut off, it's a very simple black and white choice. When you have lots of money and two different personalities who have very different ideas about how to spend and save and give, the conflict in our household was through the roof. And we had one of those World War III moments over something completely inconsequential. And I decided I needed to learn how this personal finance thing worked. And through that journey, I discovered I really loved this and that I was good at sharing it with the others, and thus was born a business practice. Oh gosh, 15 years plus. I think I founded my practice in 2008. And that was a second career for me. So I have years of other consulting and education and leadership experience beyond that. But I started my practice about 15 years ago. So I love the successful, ambitious entrepreneurs, go-getters, who they want to do some great things, and they've gotten to that point in their careers where they deserve it. They've got choices. I promised my spouse that when we reached this level of income or this, career goal, that we would have all the things. And then they've discovered that the dirty little secret is we're still feeling stressed and tight with our money and our choices. And a lot of cases it's life and lifestyle that has just expanded. Or they're running a business and they're discovering that they're making less than the employees that they're paying. And so a lot of my clients are business owners. They have either they're solopreneurs or they have employees. And on paper, they're making great money. And they're not feeling like this is what we thought it would be when we get there. And those are my favorite clients because we can come in and we can figure out how to solve that problem so that they can live the dream that they thought they were starting. My ideal client is typically business owners or successful professionals who've achieved some great things and want to achieve more and have gotten to that point where they think they should have arrived. And they're still struggling with how come it doesn't all feel like everything's easy yet. I have lived through a place of growing income and growing lifestyle and differing priorities about how to make all of that work on the personal side, combined with the irregularities of running a business where we don't necessarily know from month to month how much income revenue is going to come in and how much income is going to flow from our business into our personal life. I've got a lot of experience personally in navigating that, and I have found that those are the clients that I love working with most. Other than my sparkling personality, right? No, in all seriousness, a lot of people have an idea that financial coaches are going to be nerds and they're going to be all about the numbers. And make no mistake, I am a nerd through and through. I love the numbers, but I'm also truly a people person. And I love bringing that combination together to really dig into what lights up my clients. What is it that are their goals and dreams? What's the life and the lifestyle that they dream of creating, and help them accomplish that. I had one client who they call me the money whisperer, and it's so much fun to be engaged in in the personal lives of my clients, whether they're business clients or personal finance clients. It's those moments where a client will call from the hospital to say, we've just delivered our baby in NICU, and we could not, of all the things that we've been worrying about, paying for the hospital bill is not one of them. Or the client who hired me because she was a successful business owner on paper and was struggling to make payroll week after week. And after a year calls me up and says, life has completely changed. I could not have done this without you. Those are the moments that are so incredibly rewarding, when you can see the life change of the couples where their marriages are stronger. They were heading towards divorce, and all of a sudden they called me up and said, you're the money whisperer, you've saved our marriage. I love that. Sarah Westcott is a smart, capable, impatiently ambitious professional. I am a ball of energy, and I am an introvert that needs a lot of downtime. So I am both the people person and the quiet, need energy to recharge. Peopling is a verb in my world. I am a mom of 4 launching young adults who, they have been in my world. I have homeschooled them for many years. My oldest one is now married, and I have a bonus daughter-in-law. And I love being the solopreneur that can rock my world and take care of my family and take care of our lives in a way that is not always living in financial scarcity, that we have possibilities. My goal for my life and business as my kids launch is to build a business that, as we call it, is an untethered entrepreneur, that I have roots where I want them to be, but that I can also travel and build a business that's all about exactly how I want my life and lifestyle to be, which is what I mirror for my clients. The one thing I say in my practice is you can do anything you want with your resources. They're yours. Judgment-free zone. We just can't do everything. So my job is to help really pull out of my clients what really matters most to them at that core level and help them achieve that. That's life fully funded. And I love that as a business professional, I get to live that and model that and share that with my clients. So I am one of the really long-time members of Coach Connections, and I attained my educational certifications back in 2008. And by about 2010 or 12, I was feeling alone and overwhelmed trying to run a business practice by myself. And there was about a monthly cycle where I would find myself in the back of my closet just crying with the overwhelm of trying to start a business. I was really good at the technical piece of what I did and had no idea and no clue how to run a business. And one of the employees of the organization that certified me as a financial coach back in the day, I called them up and they introduced me to Dave Jacobson. And that was the really early days of the foundations of Coach Connections. So I've been here where we started creating all the content and the tools long before we had Zoom and webinars and we had phone calls, and it's been a really fun journey to see the foundations of just a bunch of us coaches who were just trying to figure out that we weren't alone in our practices, and how do we best practices together. How do you do this? How do we do this? To watch this blossom into this amazing organization that serves coaches and their clients around the world. It's really cool.